Hi there, Kate. It's nice to meet you. Is now a good time to talk, dear? I'm your husband's ex-wife. My name's Tilly, and there's something very important you and I need to discuss. Huh? I don't know what you mean. My husband's ex-wife? How did you get this number? Well, don't mind that, dear. How I got your number is insignificant. Yes, you heard me right. I'm your husband's ex-wife. Would you mind explaining what this is all about? Or, wait, actually, what the hell? How about you don't message me out of the blue with weird made-up stories? My husband was never married before me because I'm his first wife. Made up? I'm not making anything up. It's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, my dear. Wait a second. Did he keep it a secret from you the whole time? Keep what a secret from me? Ah, so it's like that, is it? I see. Aha, I understand. So he's using you as a stopgap until me and him get remarried. Oh, you poor thing. A stopgap? I guess he's using you to try and cover up the pain of him having to break up with me. And who can blame him, really? It must have taken quite the toll on him emotionally. Oh, you poor girl, you went into this totally blind, didn't you? You married him without knowing anything about his past or his plans for the future. Oh, how careless. I hate to have to break this to you, but you do realize you'll be getting a divorce before long, don't you? I feel sorry for you. I genuinely have no idea what you're talking about. It's fine, dear. I understand this must be a lot to take in, and I totally understand the urge to bury your head in the sand and deny reality. But it's time to wake up and smell the coffee. This is happening whether you like it or not. The sooner you accept it, the better. It's like ripping off a Band-Aid, right? You either rip it off quickly and get it over with, or drag it out and prolong the pain. Which will it be, sweetie pie? Are you sure this isn't a case of mistaken identity? Because I really don't understand what you're saying. Anyway, how did you even get my number? Ugh, you really are quite the stubborn one, aren't you, sweetie pie? I was hoping I wouldn't have to say this, but you leave me no choice. Are you sitting down? You might want to be. Let me spell it out for you. Me and your husband made a promise to get remarried again in 5 years' time. Huh? In 5 years' time? You see, the truth is, he never wanted to break up with me in the first place. My beautiful face, my gorgeous figure, my award-winning personality, I truly am a prize among prizes. There's no man in this world who wouldn't be proud to have a doll like me on his arm. Who in their right mind would break up with someone like me by choice? But you know what meddling interferers some people can be, right? Everyone was so insistent we get a divorce, we felt we had no choice but to create some distance until they all forgot about us and moved on. Basically, my ex-husband's wedding to you was a sham. Now, dear, this part's very important, so allow me to make it as clear as I possibly can. You, my dear, were nothing but a 5-year stopgap to keep my ex-husband, who loves me more than anything in the world, from getting lonely and to keep his mating equipment in good working order. This next part's important too, so listen up. I am pregnant with your husband's kid, so he's done with you now. Get a divorce. I see. So let me get this straight. You're pregnant with my husband's baby? That's right. We only met to discuss the next stage of our 5-year plan and iron out the details of our remarriage. But a flame that roars as deeply and intensely as our passion for one another never goes out. And before you know it, one drink leads to two, the bar leads to the bed, one thing leads to another, and, well, you know the rest. And goodness me, he has still got the moves. Thanks for keeping his equipment in good working order for me, sweetie pie. So yes, dear, that's how I got pregnant with your husband's baby. And when was this, exactly? About 4 months ago. 4 months? I take it you understand your situation now. I suggest you hurry up and perform a disappearing act so that me and my love muffin can finally be together again, sweetie. And sooner, not later. I feel like I should get this out of the way first so your delusions don't get any more out of hand. But I am my husband's first wife. What the fuck? Yes, that's right, which means his wedding to me was his first. Yeah, whatever. I understand the revelation that you were nothing but a stopgap all along must be quite a bitter pill to swallow, but you really can't keep denying reality forever, my dear. Besides, I want us to get married again before the baby is born. Hurry up and divorce him. I need to confirm what you're saying with my husband. I can't just take the word of some random stranger who messaged me out of the blue at face value, especially not about something this important. Sure, I understand that. It's fine, dear. Go and run off to carry out your little checks. But whether you confirm it or not, the answer will remain the same. Paul, are you there? Are you free for a phone call now, or to message? I need to speak to you urgently about something.
Hey, Kate. I'm on the train right now and there's some kids asleep next to me, so you should probably message. What's up?
Sorry if what I'm about to ask shocks you.
Huh?
Are you a divorcee?
Excuse me?
Right? I'm sure you don't have a clue what I'm talking about. But I just got a bunch of messages from someone named Tilly.
Tilly?
She's claiming to be my husband's ex-wife.
What the heck?
She said you met up 4 months ago after being divorced for a while, did the deed, and got her pregnant. Now she's demanding we get a divorce.
Whoa. No way. I don't know a Tilly. I've never met a Tilly, and I sure as heck didn't get Tilly pregnant. This is my first time ever marrying anyone, babe.
I know. It's not that I don't believe you. I do. But when she sent me all these messages, I had to check whether you had any idea who she might be or what the hell she's talking about. Doesn't the name ring any bells at all? Or is there anyone you can think of who might lie about this? Besides, 4 months ago, you were...
Huh? Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
So it's fair to say you have absolutely no idea who she is then.
Yeah, exactly, babe. I have literally no idea whatsoever.
Got it.
What are you gonna do next?
Isn't that the question? I'm not sure. What do you think I should do? If neither of us know who she is, I guess there really isn't much we can do.
But if neither of us have a clue who she is, how did you get her number? That's a little concerning.
No kidding. I mean, she's probably just confused and making the mother of all misunderstandings, right? That's the only logical explanation I can think of. Let me ask around my friends and family. Maybe someone knows who she is. Who knows, maybe something happened in my hometown during the 6 months since we moved to the city for your work transfer.
Good idea. Yeah, maybe that could be it. But Kate, I don't think you should reply to her messages while we're still figuring out what's going on. It's all happening at a kind of inconvenient time, huh? How about we put our heads together and have a proper think about how to deal with this once we're both back home from our business trips. Just ignore her for now, all right?
All right, honey. Got it. Paul, are you on the train home yet?
Yeah, I'll be getting off soon.
All right, I'll try to make this quick then. I found out who Tilly is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my aunt told me. Seriously, you're never gonna believe this.
What? Who is she?
Well, to put it simply, it's just like I predicted. Someone made the mother of all misunderstandings. What we're dealing with here, Paul, is a case of mistaken identity.
What the...
And this is going to take me a while to explain, so I'll tell you everything after we both get home. I only just got on the train myself. The message from my aunt came just after I sat down. I think it'll be quicker if you just read her message.
All right. Got it. I have another changeover after this one, but the train seemed to be running on time today, so I should be home in about an hour.
All right, take care, honey. See you soon. Kate, my dear, would you hurry up and divorce my husband like we discussed already? I haven't heard from you at all since you said you were going to confirm it with him. You're making the biggest mistake of your life if you think you can pull the wool over my eyes. If this is a technique to get rid of me, it's not going to work. You might not have realized, but I know where you live, and believe me, I'm ready to break and enter as soon as I feel I have to. Hey, Tilly, good timing. I was just about to message you. Is that so? Well, how did it go? You must have been heartbroken when he told you he wanted to get back with me, right? Nope, because that didn't happen. Like I told you before, I'm Paul's first wife. He has no idea who you are. Huh? Paul? Not only that, but Paul was in hospital with a broken back 4 months ago. He wasn't even capable of getting out of his hospital bed unassisted, let alone getting anybody pregnant like you claim. This is undoubtedly a case of mistaken identity. Wait a sec, who on earth is Paul? My husband. What? What in heaven's name are you talking about, my dear? Stop trying to trick me. His name is Ryan. No, his name is definitely Paul. His name is Ryan! Tilly, you still don't understand, do you? Understand what? That this is an absurd case of mistaken identity. What? I know who Ryan is, but he is most definitely not my husband. What are you talking about? I know one of your relatives introduced you and arranged for you to go on some dates on the assumption you'd get married. You dated for a few months and then got married, didn't you? I know everything, Kate, so just stop lying already. You're right, my aunt did introduce us, and we did go on a date and chat for a while over messages, but I never made any decision to go ahead with a wedding. It became clear soon enough that our values towards marriage were too different for us to be together. So I ended up turning him down, and with that, we went our separate ways. What? How can this be? If what you're saying is true, then why is Ryan married now? My aunt introduced him to someone else immediately after things didn't pan out between us, and they got married. Really? As for how you got a hold of my number, you must have gotten it somehow when you met Ryan 4 months back at that bar in town, right? Oh, well, yes. He left his phone unlocked when he went to the toilet, so I figured he wouldn't mind me taking a little look through his contacts. By the way, apparently he asked his wife to come along in secret to watch over things between you. She was sitting 2 tables away the whole time, and she saw everything. What? Based on the fact she saw you looking through his phone, they figured there was a strong chance you'd probably attempt to contact Ryan somehow. So they were prepared to face whatever you threw at them as a couple. But your whole plan ground to a halt because you were convinced it was me he got married to. You took my number instead of his wife's by mistake after he forgot to delete it. And then fully convinced you'd finally tracked down the woman who stole the man you were obsessed with, you messaged me, a complete stranger married to another man with your veiled threats and weird demands about divorces. Oh my god, what the? That's not all. When you and Ryan met at the bar, he was drinking non-alcoholic beer the whole time. Did you notice? Non-alcoholic? What the? Which means you were obviously lying about your pregnancy, which supposedly came after one thing led to another after one too many drinks. He clearly remembers you both going your separate ways after you left the bar because he was fully sober. Ugh, you know about that too? Besides, that whole thing about your 5-year promise to get remarried one day was a huge load of bullcrap too, wasn't it? It was nothing but a tragic story you told yourself to hide from the fact he didn't want to be with you. Ryan also knows you got caught cheating with yet another woman's husband recently and are up to your ears in debt repayments after being charged yet another huge bill for compensation. He knows everything. This can't be happening. No way. No. So, yeah, that got a little long, but the bottom line here is you messaging me was completely and utterly meaningless. Give me his wife's real number now. Ryan blocked me and I can't message him directly anymore. I don't know his wife, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you jack. None of this is my problem. Well, find out who she is and give me her number. And why exactly would I go and do something like that? Besides, even if I did, would it change anything? If you don't help me out on this one, I'll steal your husband. Is that what you want, woman? Do not test me. If you think you're capable of that, go right ahead. Oh, no, you didn't. You just made the biggest mistake of your life, dear. No man on earth is able to resist my stunning good looks and curvaceous body. You just opened Pandora's box, bitch. Actually, my Paul hates sex-obsessed control freaks, so I don't think I have anything to worry about. What did you just call me? The mere thought alone of a cheap two-bit whore like you going anywhere near him makes him feel an overwhelming sense of physical revulsion. He sat next to me right now and said you make him want to throw up. No, you're lying. Go on, Tilly, tell me. Why did Ryan divorce you in the first place? How did it go again? Did it begin with C and end in heating? Oh yeah, that's right. You had an affair. Any merits you might have had in the looks and sexual technique departments are canceled out by your vile personality and complete lack of common sense, you insane, deluded woman. How dare you? Nobody speaks to me like that. I swear I'll make you pay for this if it's the last thing I do. You just wait. Gah! Anyway, we're done here. See ya. Apparently, a woman broke into a certain someone's house seeking revenge a few days after our little message exchange. Rumor has it she broke in by climbing a tree and breaking an upstairs window before smashing anything she could get her hands on, while frothing at the mouth in an uncontrollable rage like a frenzied chimp with late-stage rabies. However, the new resident of that certain someone's house was an unfortunate man who moved in half a month ago, and had no idea whatsoever who the strange woman flailing around in his bedroom was. When she realized she got the wrong person, again, she burst into tears, collapsed into a crumpled heap on the floor, and began rocking back and forth in the fetal position at the feet of the poor confused man whose bedroom she just smashed up. Apparently, faint whimpers of, "I thought Ryan was gonna pay off my debts," could be heard intermittently between pathetic sobs as tears streamed down her face like Niagara Falls. I'm sure you guessed already, but that woman's name was Tilly. It turns out Ryan, who she was stalker levels of obsessed with, became the CEO of a major bank since they divorced, which probably has something to do with why she was so committed to the idea of marrying him. A few days after her unhinged rampage, Tilly received a bill for $5,000 in damages from the lawyer of the poor man whose bedroom she smashed up. Having already been disowned by her family for a never-ending slew of affairs, Tilly, now a broken, defeated mess up to her ears in debt and compensation repayments, had not a soul in the world to rely on. Last I heard, she now spends her days and nights in a state of absolute physical and mental exhaustion, working 4 jobs to keep up with the repayments. Her sanity gradually waning, and any semblance of happiness she may have once had now nothing but a distant memory.
I don't believe this. I mean, seriously, this is completely unreal. I can't believe I didn't notice sooner. We need to have a talk, Aaron. Now, answer me.
June? What's going on? You seem like you're really upset. Was this something I did?
Yes, I'm talking about your job. You left your job looking for a better one, and now I hear you got a job as a janitor? And the worst part is, my friend saw you. She said you were cleaning the bathrooms at her office. I'm so humiliated.
Oh,
You said your old company was super shady and treated you horribly, so I can understand you wanting to leave and finding something better. But really? You thought being a janitor would be better? How? Ugh, I can't believe my friend saw you. Now all my other friends are gonna find out. My social life is ruined. What were you thinking taking a job like that?
June, I told you a while ago that I was looking at getting a job in a cleaning service company.
Yeah, and I thought you were joking. Why would someone who used to be a system engineer take a job as a janitor? Are you completely out of your mind?
Told you I was serious when I was applying. I was pretty clear it wasn't a joke.
I allowed you to quit your job because it sounded like you really were having a hard time. But why couldn't you pick up something in the same industry? At least something where you actually use your computer skills. Seriously, you need to explain yourself. Why did you get a job as a janitor?
Well, I've grown kinda tired of sitting at a desk and staring at a screen all day. I thought it'd be refreshing to do a bit of manual labour for a change.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. I only started dating you because system engineer sounded like a really cool and important job that paid a lot of money. You seemed like a man I could count on to support me. And now, not only have you thrown away that title and the paycheck that came with it, you've lowered yourself to the position of a janitor. That's like the lamest possible job I can think of.
Hey, now that's uncalled for. I'm disappointed in you, June. I didn't think you're the type of person who would judge someone based on their job like this.
I'm not about to sit here and be lectured to by some loser janitor. Maybe try doing a job that puts you slightly above the level of a high school dropout. I'm done with you. We're breaking up. I refuse to waste one more second of my youth dating a janitor.
Oh yeah? Fine by me. Honestly, I should be thanking you for revealing this disgustingly elitist and bigoted side of yourself before our relationship progressed any further.
Oh, if off, janitor.
Don't ever message me again, June. Delete my number from your phone.
Oh, I'm not just deleting your number, I'm blocking you on all my social media accounts. If I ever see you again, it'll be way too soon. Actually, I think I'll call the police if you ever come within 50 feet of me. Goodbye, forever. Hey there, Aaron. It's been a while, huh? How have you been?
What's that?
Oh, don't pretend you've forgotten. It's me, silly.
No, I definitely either forgot who you are or never knew you in the first place.
Oh, you. Always the jokester. It's me, June.
June? Wait, oh god, no.
Hey, what's up with that reaction? I just messaged you for the first time in 7 years. Shouldn't you be a bit happier to hear from me?
I was actually feeling pretty happy until you texted me.
Oh, there you go, joking around again. It's okay, I know exactly what you're thinking right now. 7 years ago, right after you told me to delete your number, you realized that you made a huge mistake. And for all this time, you've been too shy to admit it, so you've been bottling up your feelings for me to the point they're about to burst. I figured I would do the favor of being the first one to bridge the gap and open the door back up to having something between us. So come on, Aaron. You can be more honest and tell me how you really feel.
Do you really want to know how I really feel? It's going to involve a lot of four-letter words.
You sure are stubborn, huh? Don't you at least want to say thank you to me? After all, it was my pop talk that made you what you are today.
What are you talking about?
You really worked your way up from a janitor to being the company president, and it's all thanks to my encouragement. And the cherry on top of your success story, now you get to marry me. Aren't you lucky?
Rather go back to cleaning toilets.
So tell me, how much are you making as the president now anyway? I need to know that before I allow you to marry me. If possible, could you send me last year's W-2 form? Just to make sure. You know what they say, trust but verify. If it seems like it'll be enough, then I'll allow you to propose to me.
It would seem that even after all these years, you haven't let go of your bigotry towards janitors.
Why would that matter? You're not a janitor anymore, are you? So hurry up and tell me your salary. This is a limited time offer that you don't want to miss.
Listen, June. I actually still clean toilets now.
Really?
Not just toilets. I clean restaurant kitchens covered in years of caked on grease and showers that haven't been used in years that are covered in mould and mildew. I also take requests for cleaning up houses where hoarders used to live. You know those ones you see on TV with trash piled all the way up to the ceiling? And sometimes I even do garbage collection.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. I'm still doing cleaning work, June. And no, I'm not telling you my salary or giving you my freaking W-2 form. Seriously, what kind of person asks for that?
Oh my god. You're in even lower position than before? Aw man, I heard that you had become the company president, so I thought I could try and get back together with you. Good grief, and to think I almost let you marry me? I was being way too careless. I'm very disappointed in you, Aaron. You had 7 years to make something of yourself, and yet you haven't moved up the ladder at all. What a joke. Well, too bad for you. You could have had a chance to marry me, but not anymore. The offer is withdrawn.
Oh man, oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's exactly how I thought you'd react.
Yeah, how else am I supposed to react to someone with such a pathetic career trajectory as you? I'm blocking you again. Bye. Hey, what gives, Aaron? Why didn't you tell me? You tricked me. I met up with an old friend from high school today, and I got to talking about how much of a pathetic loser you still were after all this time. And do you know what she told me? That you're making more than $100,000 a year. You said you still do cleaning work, but you really meant that you run a company that does cleaning work. You're not still a janitor. Why did you lie to me like that? That was totally uncalled for. Company presidents don't clean toilets. They get their loser employees to do it for minimum wage. You're way too important to do basic manual labor like that. I see how it is now. It's all very clear to me. My mind is 100% made up. I'm gonna marry you after all. Let's go down to the courthouse right now. I'll come and pick you up. I'm gonna go put on my dress and makeup now. See you in a little bit.
What the?
Ah, there you are. You finally responded. Like I said, I'm on my way over there to pick you up. Just hold on a little bit longer, sweetie.
I've been married for a long time now.
What?
How did you manage to hear that I was a company president and making over $100,000 a year? But the fact that I'm married happened to slip past you. Are you serious?
You're really married?
June, do you know how much time has passed since we broke up?
Well, sure, it's been a while, but I figured that you still had feelings for me now.
Do you not remember that I called you disgustingly elitist and bigoted?
I can't believe it. Are you really not at all grateful that I gave you the push that led you to start your own company?
I didn't. When did I ever say I did? I became the president of the company I got hired into 7 years ago. I didn't start my own company.
What?
The former president had a son who was going to inherit the business, but ended up going to a different profession, so he started looking into handing off the reins to a company employee. And he was so impressed with my work ethic that he chose me. He started training me in how the business operates, and when he thought I was ready, he resigned and gave me his position. Ever since I took over as president, I still go out and do cleaning work right alongside my employees. It builds trust and helps me be a better company leader. And by the way, my wife is also a company employee. We met on the job.
Are you for real? You still clean toilets even though you're the president?
What can I say? I legitimately enjoy the work. It's both mentally and physically engaging, and it's really just plain fun. I've actually packed on about 15 pounds of muscle since I started doing this. I'm in pretty good shape. The best part, though, is the satisfying feeling of seeing somewhere that used to be filthy become sparkling clean. I was also able to use my experience as a system engineer to make some changes in the company and make the office staff's jobs a whole lot easier. I got the blessing of being genuinely appreciated by my employees in the office and on the job site, as well as my customers.
What is wrong with you? How can you be so happy-go-lucky about working a disgusting job? Jeez, I've got a lot of work to do, but don't worry, I'll have you whipped into shape in no time once we're married. Hurry up and divorce your current wife, okay? The sooner the better. I can go and pick up the paperwork at the courthouse later on this week.
I'm not marrying you.
What?
I couldn't have someone with your bigotry around me or my company. You'd probably make half my workers quit within a month. If this is supposed to be some kind of joke, it's not funny at all.
I'm not joking, I'm dead serious. Don't worry, we can talk about all this in person. I'll be at your house in a few minutes.
What? You're actually coming over here right now?
Well, duh, I'm gonna be your wife, aren't I? I'm not interested in a long-distance relationship.
Stay away from my house.
Okay, this house definitely passes the test. I'll be fine living here.
Oh God, you're actually here. Wait, what do you mean my house is huge?
I've always dreamed of living in a palatial manor like this. It's even got a giant backyard. It'll be perfect for all of our kids to run around and play in. I've been knocking on the door for like 10 minutes now. Hurry up and let me in.
That's not my house.
What?
Honestly, I have no idea where you are. It's not my house. My backyard isn't all that big.
Wait a second. How is this not your house? It's the biggest house in town, and the sign at the end of the driveway has your name on it.
Do you even know what my last name is?
Duh. Of course I do. It's only been 7 years. It's not like I'd actually forget my boyfriend's last name in that little time.
I took my wife's last name when we got married.
You what?
Took my wife's last name. It's that simple. I hate to break it to you, but whoever owns that giant house you're at right now, it isn't me. I don't have any idea who they are. My old last name is pretty common.
Oh no.
I didn't do anything to you. You broke up with me. I don't need your permission or approval for anything that's happened in my life since then. It's none of your business.
But it is my business. I already moved out of my apartment for you. My parents got divorced and are both living in one-unit apartments, so I can't move back in with either of them. So you're my only option, Aaron. You have to let me stay with you. You're the only man for me.
I'm the only man for you, am I?
Yeah. I've never forgotten you for a single day over these 7 long years.
I wonder if you said something similar to the married man you slept with. By the way, how much did you have to pay his wife in damages?
Oh.
Pretty bold of you to sleep with your own boss, though. Guess that goes both ways. Plus, since your relationship had been going on for what, 5 years? Bet she managed to get a 6-figure judgment out of you.
Oh no, how? How did you find out about that? Did you check me out? What a creepy thing to do.
We both used to hang out with the same people in college and I still talk to them. So I don't really have to go out of my way to hear the latest gossip on your train wreck of a life. So yeah, I've been aware for some time that you've been asking a bunch of people for information about me. More than one person has come up to me to warn me about you.
Oh great. Isn't this just wonderful? Now how am I gonna pay off that damn lawsuit?
And with that, my suspicions are confirmed. You're just trying to get back together with me so I'd pay off the money you owe to your boyfriend's wife.
If you loved me, you would do that for me. You would do anything for me.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't love you. I actually hate you. So I won't do anything for you.
You hate me?
I thought I'd made that more than clear through this conversation. Did you really need me to spell it out for you? Now, if you're still intent on storming into the house of a married man with children, I think you should keep one very important thing in mind. I'm armed. Do I make myself clear?
But where am I supposed to live now? And once my company found out I was sleeping with my boss, they fired me. What am I supposed to do? Tell me, Aaron.
Don't know, don't care. You're just facing the consequences of your actions.
Well then, could you at least let me live with you until I find a job and a new apartment?
Not a chance in hell.
Okay, then at least give me some money to tie me over until things settle down.
Not a chance in hell.
Come on, Aaron. What do I have to do to get you to help me?
There is not a thing you could possibly do that would ever get me to help you, June.
Please.
But even if that weren't the case, I'm right in the middle of a family vacation right now.
What? You're on vacation?
And I've already given you more than enough time out of my day, so I'll be getting back to my family now. Goodbye.
Aaron, wait!
My wife suggested to me that June probably got her hatred for janitors from her father. Before she started working at her current company, she actually used to work for a company that would send her to June's dad's company pretty frequently. And from what she says, he was an absolute monster to be around. He always treated the cleaning staff like they were trash. At one point, he disappeared though. It seems that he managed to get himself fired for repeated ethics violations. His wife divorced him too. Hearing that about her father, it totally makes sense why June turned out the way she did. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, as they say. Having run out of other options, June eventually decided that she'd go to her father for help. This, however, was a big mistake. Her unemployed and unemployable father was also riddled with debt from the lawsuit his former company filed against him. So now June was burdened with the task of working to pay off both her own lawsuit to her boyfriend's wife, as well as paying her dad's bills. It seems like she must have been really hard up for work though, because guess whose job application came across my desk a few weeks later? I looked it over, laughed, and promptly threw it in the trash.